So I had started to do a video today about a really cool and easy way to fix your RC battery. And I was about 10 minutes into it, and the really cool, easy way to fix your battery did not work. And I have to do a couple more videos today. I'm actually just going through the process of putting them all in storage voltage so I don't have what happened to $200 in batteries. I tried the charge it in NIM and charge it in everything else, try to get some voltage into it. Nothing worked on either battery. They're just dead. I'm gonna see if Horizon will do anything for me. But I'm also in the process of building a remote control car track in my backyard. I'm trying to build it for basically 8th scale, 10th scale. And the first step there's 2 steps that are completed. Right now, we have, one of the important things obviously is I got a shipping container to stand on, and we're gonna build a deck up there so people don't fall and break their neck. What's cool about shipping containers is you get them for like $2 grand, $2,500, maybe $3 grand delivered, but they also provide you a lot of storage, which I did use. And there's tables in there to work on RC cars and things like that. I was initially gonna do like a fancy deck build on top there, but I decided I'm instead just going to peel off some dirt from around here and literally just build it up and then put some stairs in on the side in the dirt. And then it'll also double as a gigantic ramp, which would be pretty bonkers. You're not gonna really see well, I guess you stand back here and you know, it's a pretty tall ramp, but it could be fun. So I started grabbing some dirt. We're gonna put some dirt. We're just gonna build up, instead of spending 10 grand on a, fancy deck up there, I got some OSHA railings that I will bolt on across the top, and we'll be done with that. One big step, one of the things a lot of people ask me about in terms of like, how, you're gonna go about building an RC track. Well, first things first, you don't have to have a storage, thing. You could also build your own platform to stand on or whatever the case is. So let's not even consider that in the cost. First expense is drainage. So this was 1 day's work with basically 2 loads of stone and a mini excavator. So we dug a trench all the way, fill it with rocks, and kind of took it away from the track. Now that this is in, it's like a T. So we have this all running here, and then it also runs along here. Now the area of the track is gonna be basically where that poop station is, all the way down, then in front of the shipping container, then back up here and all the way around. So it'll be pretty big. Any bigger, I thought about just going like all the way to like where that tree and my light post is, but I was like, I'm not gonna be able to see the dang thing. I'm getting old these days. So the drainage is in, and then it's rained like every day. So we can't get the trucks back. The next question people ask is, what do you use for the track? Well, what we decided to use, it's a little more expensive, but I think it'll hold up better, is they call it a baseball mix. So it's basically dirt and clay mixed together. And that's what I'll do. So they're gonna bring in, we gotta wait for the stuff to drive. So I put a little path for them to come back with the dump trucks, get about, 20 loads or something like that. Then what I wanna do is, here's my dog Huck. Hey, Papa. And Onyx. Is to build the track up so that the water comes off of it. So instead of digging down and using the existing dirt, which you could do, this way, I'm gonna basically build a big platform all the way around here. And then we'll put the nice baseball mix on top of that. I drew the design, which is basically just ripped off some Google image search of a scale dirt track. And the maintenance with the baseball clay is gonna be a lot less than with mud, and then if you do the drainage properly, now you don't have water sitting on your track, you know, puddles and pools sitting in there. So this will probably be a 3 or 4 part series. We got the drainage done. I know it's not impressive looking right now, but this is actually kind of a cool bashing area here because you got a lot of, you know, for tent scale, rip around in the rocks, short grass, all that kind of stuff. This week, I should have another video for you when we get the baseball mix in, which hopefully will be, it's not supposed to rain the rest of this week. So once we get the dirt back in, then I have to rent a skid steer. Fortunately, I have a good friend that works at an equipment rental place and basically said, hey, any weekend, if we have one laying around, you can, you know, come get it. Just make sure it's back on Monday and full of gas. So that's going to save me $500 or whatever it costs to rent those things for the day. I also have a farm tractor that I'm going to use to build this up back here. So hopefully the next time we check in, the track will be laid out. We will have started to build this back here. I got to be careful because some of this is dedicated as wetland. So I just got to check my survey and make sure that I'm not, you know, getting in any trouble. So we'll build this up with dirt. I was gonna, like I said, I was gonna have a deck, a buddy of mine that builds decks, build a deck up there, but you know, it was a lot of money. Yeah, it would look cool, but my thing is I want to make sure I use it first. So I figure I'll just throw up the gate so nobody falls, and then let's just see, you know, if we use it. It's already not going to be cheap for that dirt. Fortunately, you know, when you're a friendly guy, you make friends and people are willing to come help you out. And then I'm also, again, angle grinder. I didn't own one before. I know man card revoked. And I'm going to install, so I got some 200-foot power cables so that we can put charging stations and stuff inside. If you want to see inside, this one's in pretty good shape. You can buy it even cheaper. They're a little more roached out, but it kind of doesn't matter. And so in here, I'll be cutting in, oh, it's hot as balls in here already. I bought some solar vents that get cut into the ceiling. I'll show you those. And then also solar lights. So I'm gonna put those in to vent out the hot air. Obviously, I bought one with 2 doors on purpose. So you could, so I could have some cross breeze. But then here is where I'm gonna put the table. I'll get rid of the snowblower. Table on both sides, leave the door open. We'll have 2 thick ass extension cords run out here from my outbuilding, which I'll show you. If I could close this. Well, I see the problem. There we go. These things are kind of tricky. They'll make you feel like a real wimp sometimes. But for the money, I mean, if you're willing to get one that's more roached out, it's cheap. You get one for $2,000, $2,500 delivered. And that thing's 10 feet wide by, I think, 40 feet long by whatever. It's huge for the money. Building like this will cost you $250,000 nowadays in today's economy. So I'll just buy more shipping containers. But so here's my tractor. There's the 5T. So I'll use this to build up the back, but then I got these things. Looks like a little computer fan. But we'll put, you know, you drill a hole in there, you cut a hole in there with the angle grinder, fully powered by solar. So as well. So back to work on putting a bunch of my batteries into storage mode and then getting them stored. And I've got a lot of projects today. Got a new soldering iron, new tools, gonna install some ESCs. Hopefully we'll make some videos out of all of it. Hope you enjoyed this more casual type. By the way, this is the cleanup now. So I've got everything working, everything bound, everything working. Got to get that plane set up later today. The XRT, I actually forgot to open, so we'll do that. So lots of content. Yeah, so if you enjoy, make sure you subscribe, leave a like on the video, and we'll talk to you again real soon.